Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randy4Short or Randy4Short. And in this video, we are going to be closing out June paycheck number 1 and setting up paycheck number 2. Okay, so let me grab my pen and my calculator and let's get started. I'm kind of excited about this video because I can further show you guys what I do when I do my pay yourself first. So for paycheck number 1, in total, we received 3,509.13. And for our pay yourself first, anything above this 3,200, which is what we set to live on each paycheck, anything above that amount automatically goes to pay yourself first. So the money comes in automatically. Anything above 3,200, we move to our sinking funds. So this time around, it was $309.13. So that is what I'm going to put here. And then here there was zero difference. So, and we didn't receive anything extra. So the income total was 309.13 was the difference. Okay. So how I do my budget is I put the budgeted amount. I do that part with you guys. And then as the weeks go on, I write down what the actual bill was. And then now we're coming to do the results. So for gas, I transferred 180 and I budgeted 180. So the difference is 0. Groceries, we have a couple of days left until paycheck number 2, but moms came through all the way through, honey, with helping us out with groceries. She dug down into her own freezer chest and gave us some meats that she had on hand. So that really helped us to stay on our grocery budget because, man, going to this new method of budgeting, we were budgeting weekly and now we're doing it every 2 weeks. So that kind of threw off like our money allocation because with groceries, I was doing $100 every week. But this time around, if you guys watched my last budget video or a prior budget video, then you know that one of those grocery trips, I just bought nothing but snacks and it was just like awful. So this time around, we had to use the bulk of our grocery money in the first half of June. So that's why this is $330 this time. And we did cook this week, so we are on track to be on budget with that and have some money to roll over to use for paycheck number 2, which will be a definite help because we only have $70 left in the month of June, and it's only, I think it's like the 15th or something when I'm recording this video. So we have over 2 weeks to go. With $70, yeah, that's not going to work. So whatever money is left over from here, we're going to roll it over and add it to the $70 that's going to be coming out of paycheck number 2. But diapers, I did transfer $80. The rollover for our mortgage, that was on point, so we didn't go over there. Life insurance was $57.64. Y'all, let me tell you. So again, if you watch my June setup video, I believe I was talking about how I was going from Frontier and Verizon and switching over to Spectrum. Long story short, we were with Spectrum for like 2 days and we canceled. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. So what we did is basically we went back to Frontier and Verizon. We canceled Spectrum. So we'll see how all the bills and prorated bills and stuff play out in the next couple of weeks. But for the most part, since we left Verizon was they were paying for Disney Plus, but I canceled Disney Plus when we left Verizon and I signed up with Disney Plus on its own. But I signed up for the bundle because the bundle includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, all things that my house watches. So that was for $12.99. So for the price of Hulu that we were already paying for, we get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. So if there's a football season this year, um, I'm sure my husband will appreciate the ESPN. But either way, I'm sure he's grateful. But yeah, that's what this Disney bundle is. And I expected it to be $12.99. But since we had already paid our Hulu, it was they just charged us the penny, which, okay. So that was $12.98. So $9.99 was for our iCloud. That was on budget. Our checking fee for our checking account. I did sign up for Capital One 360 just because one, I'm tired of this checking fee. And I only have it because I'm waiting on this app called Cube Money to come out. More on that in like future videos. I don't want to hype you guys up, but if you want to learn more about it, the description is the link is in my description. But that's what I'm waiting on to come out so I can switch to that. And that's the only reason why I've been paying this checking fee with Chase so far, is because I've been waiting on that. But with everything that's going on, that release date for Q Money has been being pushed back. So yeah, but I'm tired of it now. Q Money probably isn't going to come out until the fall. So in the meantime, I'm going to switch over to Capital One 360 and like do that whole setup and show you guys like what we do with that. But yeah, this checking fee this is the last month I'm paying that. So school loans, we still are paying on our school loan. Well, my school loans, even though they are deferred, but I'm planning on paying those off next. So yeah, every little bit counts. Okay, the childcare. So with the childcare, it's normally it's $320 every week, but right now we're having our son go only 3 days out of the week, so it's $192 a week. But I still budget on the full amount just because I don't know when they're gonna go back to like normal hours and basically not give the parents a discount anymore. So until I know that, like, until they give me a set date of when it goes back to the normal rate, I'm just going to budget the normal rate. So that is what I transferred to our Costco credit card because that's where we pay this on. So it was $640. So that's good. Our yard service, I did transfer just $40. Nobody has come to do our yard yet, but as I said in the previous video, again, the tumbleweeds back there are getting ridiculous. The weeds is popping up through our yard, but you know what? We're not the only ones on the block who's looking all cray cray, so it's perfectly fine. We'll get it handled. Me, my husband, and my son each get $50 for fund money, and that's what I transferred. Our natural gas, I budgeted $30, but it was only $14.95. And then let's see, Frontier, they did charge us the full amount for the month of June, so we'll do that. And then Netflix was $12.99, so that's $0. And then I forgot that I ordered a Go Wild shirt from the SoCal Go Wild group on Facebook. So or from a lady in there that's selling them or whatever, however it works. I ordered the shirt. I forgot that I needed it to be shipped to me because we were going to do a meetup where we were going to go pick up the shirts at the meetup. But yeah, COVID hit and that was a no-go. So let me add up all of this and then we'll do all of this. And yeah. So the total is 2,939.60. Okay, so we're going to take this amount from the total income amount of 3,509.13. And what should be left over is 569.53. So actually, I'm not going to do that because what I budget on is just the 3,200. So I'm going to subtract this amount just from the 3,200 because this 309 is already gone. It's already in our sinking funds, and I don't include it for our paycheck to paycheck budget. So let me do that over. So 3,200 minus 2939.60 is 260.40. Oh, okay. I've been sitting here staring at this. I'm like, this total is supposed to be around like $20. But I know just looking at this is only a couple dollars. So this math does not add up. So I figured it out. This natural gas, I put that the difference is 0. It is not 0. So let's go ahead and do that. I was like really sitting here for a couple minutes. Good thing you guys can't see that. But editing power, to you guys, it was only like a split second. So there we go. 1505 was the difference for our natural gas. So when I add this up, it should equal the difference in between those. So let's see, 12.98 plus 1505 minus 840 equals 1963. And if I go over this way, 240.77 minus 260.40 equals 1963. So those two match, and that means I did all my math correct. So yeah, that is the closeout of paycheck number 1 results. So in total, if you want to know, in total, we are transferring 309.13 and 1963 to our sinking funds for this paycheck, which means 1963 and 309.13. So total, we are transferring 328.76 to our sinking funds for this paycheck. Okay. And I give you guys, like I do the sinking funds update with my budget closeout. So if you want to see that, then you can either watch a previous month's closeout or you could just stay tuned to the channel and I will do that at the end of June. But for right now, let's go ahead and set up our paycheck number 2. Okay, so this is the setup of paycheck number 2. So we'll go ahead and write in our income portion. So again, I am going to estimate $3,200 for our income. We're not expecting anything, and pay yourself first. We don't know what we're going to pay ourselves until the paycheck comes in. So I'm just going to put a dash. And then for gas, we budgeted 180 just because we do $90 a week. Groceries, I already told you the struggle, $70 until our next payday on July the 3rd. So again, moms, thank you very much. You helped a girl out. But I mean, moms didn't have to do it. Let's be real. We have the money to pay for our groceries, but I mean, a mom's going to be a mom if they're, if they're a good mom, they're going to provide. If they have it, they're going to provide when their child needs it. So, I mean, moms didn't have to do that, but I thank her anyway, just because it really did help us out, and it really did help to keep us on budget. Because I'm going to say that I believe that it was God working through moms to keep us on budget, because he knows the desires of our hearts and he provides everything that we need. You just got to trust in him to do it, and he will provide. So make God your source and not your resource, and you will be blessed. You will be blessed abundantly. So that's just my belief, at least. So we need, let's see, 1,995 or 94 and some change for our mortgage. So we already rolled over 1,200 of it. So the difference is going to be what's the difference? 793.22. 793.22. So life insurance for my husband is $69.96. You would think I would have these numbers memorized by now, but I don't. No, let me tell you how amazing God is. So if you've been keeping up with me, you know that I have been not stressing, but I have been like on top of this Edison bill, which is our electricity bill down, which is our electricity provider down here in Southern California. So we have solar panels. So basically, we elected to be charged monthly. Well, we elected to be charged annually for our usage, because in the summertime with our solar panels, we produce more energy. And then in the wintertime, we produce less energy. So what happens is our usage, we're using more in the summertime, but we're also producing more. But it just depends on how much we run our AC, how much we do, like how many times we run the washing machine and all the other kind of stuff, how long we keep the lights on and stuff like that, that determines our usage in the summer and in the wintertime. So it kind of like balances out over the course of the year. So if we use more than we produce, then we owe money. If we produce more than we use, then we get a credit on our bill. So that'll be a deduction towards our next bill. So we have that, which we are billed annually for our usage, but we do get a monthly bill, which you guys have seen me pay every month. That's just the connection fee. That's just for us to get electricity to the house. So we have not been billed for our usage yet. So that's what this Edison annual bill is. And if you've been keeping up with me, I thought it was going to be like 200, then it dropped down to like $70. And then when I tell you guys, this annual bill has become $8.88. Sis, tell me God ain't good. Tell me God don't want us to achieve our goal, our debt payoff goal. Tell me that he works in mysterious ways, okay? Come on, $8.88 for a full year's worth of electricity? Sis, where? How, Sway? Anyways, I don't know about your God, but my God is good, okay? Okay, anyways. Let's see. Our Sapphire card, we pay, I don't even know why I was looking for that because I know it's $200. We pay that every month. Our MetLife, we pay $265.66. And then Verizon, since we signed back up with Verizon, our new bill is down to $115. I guess there was some good out of all this madness because let me tell you, the struggle was real with Spectrum. I'm not going to bash them. Just know it was not for us. But I mean, we did get our bills lowered with our preferred, providers. So Verizon, they're saying 115 for our bill, our new bill. So I don't know exactly what they're going to bill us. So yeah, what I'm going to do is it can't be higher than our other bill, than our normal bill, which I was budgeting for anyway for the month of June. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the amount that I budgeted for June, which was our old bill. Where is Verizon on this budget? Oh, I moved it to planned expenses because it was no longer a fixed expense because we we thought we had canceled them, but we're sorry, Verizon. Okay, 176.16. 16. Okay. Water and trash, I normally budget 115. Childcare is 320 a week, so I'm gonna do 640. Ooh, that zero is ugly. Let's try that again. So yeah, that's for 2 weeks worth of childcare. And our Kaiser hospital bill, we pay 124. Our car repair maintenance, we're putting away 100, I think is what I said. Yeah. And then for our home repair and maintenance, we're putting away 25 every month. And then our debt snowball is up to 161.66. Our family fun is $30. Or did I not fund? Oh, here it goes. Oh, I don't know why I'm struggling with where I wrote these numbers this time. Okay, so our mortgage is 194. Oh, not 194. I wish it was 194. 1,994 spot 58. And then Vivint is, how did that get erased? 56.47. And then Citizen One is Citizen One. What is Citizen? Oh, our equipment. So our equipment is going to be a debt, and that one is 31.43. Okay, and this mortgage, Vivid and Citizen One, these are July bills because again, the Paycheck 2 goes from June 19th to July 2nd. And I'll show you that on the calendar. So June 19th through July 2nd, because our next paycheck is not until July 3rd. So that's why I'm doing that. Because normally how you see me do my budget is that it will go from the first paycheck of the month to the last day of the month. So normally I would end my budget on the June 30th, but that was when I was doing weekly paycheck to paycheck budgeting. But now that I'm doing bi-weekly, I have to cover everything for the 2 weeks in between paychecks, even though we still are being paid weekly. Confusing, but that's just how I present my budget to you guys, is in a bi-weekly paycheck to paycheck type of format instead of the weekly that I was doing. So that goes to show you that you can do your budget any kind of way that you want to. No matter how you're being paid, it's just up to you how you want to budget. So yeah, just so you guys, it makes it easier for you guys to follow along. I switched to a bi-weekly. a weekly budget honestly is easier on me and my personal life, but I do want to help, whoever I can with, you know, maybe giving them some budget tips. So I know most of you do a bi-weekly paycheck to paycheck budget, which is why I'm doing it as half of the reason. And then the other half of the reason is we're probably going to go not paycheck. We're going to do bi-weekly paycheck. We're going to do bi-weekly paychecks to paycheck budgeting anyway, once my husband goes to school in the fall, because he's planning on going part-time. He already told his job. So this is actually just a trial run for me to see if biweekly paycheck budgeting works. So I'm just like trying to help you guys and help us for our future, if that makes sense. Anyways, y'all didn't sign up for that. Y'all did not come here for all of that rambling. So let me go ahead and add these up and close out this video. So 3,200 is going to be our estimated income for paycheck number 2. And let me go ahead and add all these up. $5,042. Oh, woo! Did y'all see that number pop up? I was about to say, where? Who has $5,000? So, I forgot that, you know what? I'm going to change something. This is still the total. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to write the total down here. 4202. And then I'm going to change this various to rollover. I'm going to change it to rollover because everything from paycheck number 1 that I set aside for this rollover. Let me move this. I don't know if you guys can see it. So the 1,201.36 that I set aside from paycheck number 1 is going to be used in paycheck number 2 in order to pay for the mortgage. So that's what I was missing. So let's write it in 1,201.36. Okay, so for the income for paycheck number 2 is 3,200 plus 1,201.36. So that's 4,401.36. And then I also have to change the mortgage because if you see here, I am setting aside $793.22 in order to put it towards this amount. So these two amounts, the 1,201.36 plus the $793.22 is going to pay for this 1,994.58. So I'll show you guys right now. So 1,201.36 plus 793.22 equals 1,994.58. So what I'm going to do is, because since this amount has to come out of paycheck number 2, what I'm going to do is reduce this mortgage amount by this. So let me go ahead and do that. So minus 793.22. Okay. So this amount becomes 1,201.36. Okay, so you see, does that make sense? So I set aside 1,201.36 from paycheck number 1 so that I could roll it over to paycheck number 2 and have it as income. And then I still need to roll over from paycheck number 2, $793.22, so that I could pay our mortgage, which is total $1,994.58. So by me reducing this mortgage by this amount, this rollover in this mortgage now cancels out because I have the money here and then it's coming out down here. So it cancels out. So I actually need to subtract $793.22 from this total down here because we took it out of the mortgage here. I hope this makes sense. I'll have to remember to do this next time so it's not as confusing. So what was that total? 5042.02 minus 793.22. All right. Because I was about to say, excuse me. No, ma'am. Okay, so now our expenses is lower than our income, which it should be. And then what I'm going to do is take the expenses from the income, 4401 spot 36. And the remaining from paycheck number 2 that we're expecting is 152.56. So if all goes well and our budget just no unexpected expenses or spending or anything like that, then we'll have 152.56 in order to put towards our sinking funds. But let's not forget that money is kind of like free money, because if something comes up that we need to spend this, it's okay, because don't forget, we still have our pay yourself first, assuming that like we don't miss a day of work or something like that happens. We're still going to have the pay yourself first money that's going to automatically go towards our sinking funds. So even if something comes up and we have to spend from this, it'll be okay because we're already setting money aside for our savings. So we don't have any vacation scheduled in the next 2 weeks. So I'm expecting full paychecks. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I did have to finagle it just a little bit, but if it didn't make sense, then you can, just rewatch the video a couple of times or rewatch that part of the video a couple of times until it makes sense. Otherwise, you can leave it down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions about what I just did, or you could DM me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is the same as my handle on YouTube, so I'm easy to find. But otherwise, that is it for the closeout of paycheck number 1 and the setup of paycheck number 2. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.